Barbados, get up.
Good morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning, morning Barbados, good morning.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Morning to you.
Indeed, good morning to you all. Welcome to a fantastic Friday. Welcome to the start of the weekend for those of you who work Monday through Friday. And so welcome to today. I wish you well, whatever you choose to do today. And I'm Pearson Bowen, welcoming all of you. Perhaps mine is the first voice you'll hear in your household. Wishing you a very good morning. I do indeed. And so I hope that you share that love and share that message to someone else today, whether that person is next to you or just across the street from you. So within your house, every morning you wake up and you say good morning. So thank you so very much for joining me. For those of you joining me online on cbc.bb, YouTube or Facebook, to each of you, good morning. Share the show, share the love as well. Bring them along to be a part of what we do Monday to Friday from 6 in the morning. And of course, if you know of something that has to be told by us, you believe, or someone who you think is so interesting, you'd love to share that story with the rest of the world, you can tell us about it simply by sending us an email. Look at your screen. You'll see the email address right there. Note the spelling. It's mornin without the G, Mornin Barbados at cbc.bb, Mornin Barbados at cbc.bb, with all the contact details you have for the individual or the story, and we'll follow up. We thank you so much for partnering with us on the show as well. So we wish you a fantastic Friday, whatever you choose to do. It's the weekend. Most of all, be safe. Remember to be kind one to the other as well. Remember, we have two great commandments, which is to love the Lord your God as yourself and love others as you love yourself as well. Share the love wherever you choose to go. I can't stop reminding you sufficiently of that. We build a kinder, warmer, more caring community when we just follow those two simple commandments, and it pleases the heart of God. So I encourage all of you to take note and take action as well. Now, there are a number of things happening across Barbados today, which we want to remind you of, part of which is getting ready for back to school. There's an initiative being put on by the Revolutions Ministries. Revolutions Ministries is located at Lanes Road, Britain's Crossroad, St. Michael. And so tomorrow, they're having a back to school community outreach initiative and Children's Fun Day. And that happens when they on their compound at Lanes Road. If you can bring it over here, I can see it a little bit clearer. They're building stronger families, healthier children, brighter futures. So what they're doing tomorrow is providing for you free community services, school bag and age-appropriate supplies, vaccinations, of course, to bring your green book, vision and dental screenings, general health assessments, and family support resources. And the fun part is games, prizes, giveaways, jumping tent, and a whole lot more. But they want you to come in two tranches. For those children who are 2 to 10 years old, you're encouraged to come between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. Got that? Children 2 to 5, 9 to 11, children 11 to 18 from 11:30 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And so they thank all of those who are partnering with them for this initiative. And we want to encourage you to take hold of this. We love to see the church at work in its community. Also, just a little bit of a heads up, because BIM Got Talent is having its own back-to-school supply drive, and that happens on the 23rd of the month, 23rd of August. And so they're asking you to help with this initiative. You can provide folders and binders, notebooks, pencils and pens, crayons or colored pencils, erasers and sharpeners, backpacks, and a whole lot more. Make your donation either in kind or in cash. As you look at your screen, you will see by the 23rd of August, because it's on that day at the Dighton Griffith School that they'll be making those presentations to those in need. You can either first pay your cash donations to the number you see on your screen, or you can send an email to bimgottalent@icloud.com. So we encourage you as a community to lend your support to our nation's children as we give them the best start possible by providing with the tools that they need to be able to achieve exactly what they're made to achieve. Also, Just a bit of an update. The Drop a Purple Pack, remember we told you about them and they had a fundraising 3K run and walk? Well, look at your screen. Those are some of the successful people who finished that run and walk, and they were recognized and rewarded by Sharianne Bless. And so she thanks all of you for your contributions and your donations. And so you see, from the little one to the bigger ones, and everyone just came in their purple and their white, and they had a really good time for that very, very worthy cause indeed. So we encourage you to continue reaching out to drop a purple pack to help someone in need. Here's what's coming up today. As a matter of fact, today, what do you know about salt fingering? I'm so serious. When I heard that, I thought, what on heaven's earth is that? Salt fingering. And that takes a focus because that's what we're talking about ahead of an expedition out in the ocean to discover how the salinity in the water affects climate change. All of that and a whole lot more. We'll break down the science of that. It's not too difficult for you to understand. And so when we sit with these gentlemen, they'll tell us a little bit more about what that expedition is all about. One woman's journey to build for herself a business that creates freedom and not just a job sees her being a success. That success story she'll share with us this morning, and so she'll give you opportunity to understand how you too can build a business that creates your freedom. Your freedom to do what? Your freedom to do what else? And all of those things we'll ask her when she joins us online in just a little while. The Barbados project that celebrates our attainment of 60 years of independence is on, and so the Barbados Museum and Historical Society says join. We want to hear from you as we talk more about the BIM at 60 project. It's a music-driven project, but it's one that tells a story of our achievement over the 60 years. 60 years of independence are not 60 days. And so through music, the story has been told. And so we have an opportunity in this BIM at 60 to tell that story as well by selecting the top 10 songs that best represent our culture, our landscape, our journey over 60 years. But more details will come this morning for sure. The author of the book, No Place to Dream, No Place for Dreams, will join me. I want to hear from him when we turn those chapters. What's in that? What does he mean when he titled his book, No Place for Dreams? He'll tell me a little bit more about that too. Also today, we'll meet two of the members of the Barbados Tridents because CPL is about to start today. And so we want to hear from the Team Trident, Barbados Trident, a little bit more about their preparations. What can we expect? Because we intend to give them our fullest support. Also, that support we have just enough to give to the Barbados swim team that's heading out to the upcoming 30th Goodwill Swimming Championships in Trinidad and Tobago. More of those little lovely swimmers will join us right here on Morning Barbados today. We're 8 minutes after the hour. We'll take a break right here. When we come back, we get going on Morning Barbados.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one?
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 9.5 minutes now after 6 o'clock. We turn our attention to science, but this is fun science, the gentleman promised me. And so let's look at about this expedition that's ongoing. It's a collaboration between a number of universities and other professionals here as well. And so joining me this morning from the Rutgers University is Dr. Joe Gradone. Welcome to Barbados.
Thank you.
Good to have you. And Dr. David Farrells from Hay, principal of the Caribbean Institute for Meteorology and Hydrology. Good morning to you as well.
Good morning.
This whole project, what is it aimed to do?
Yeah, so this project's led by Rutgers University. Myself and Dr. Corday Selden are the co-chief scientists of it, sponsored by the Schmidt Ocean Institute. They have this research vessel, the RV Falkor 2. And so we're going to be heading out on their awesome boat for a month. And there's this mixing that happens inside of the ocean that's really, really hard to understand. And so we're sending a really interdisciplinary team of early career scientists out there to try to figure that out.
This mixing is salt water and warm water, cold water, and so forth. Break that down so we understand, because to the naked eye and to the lived experience near to coast, we don't know.
Yeah, definitely. So, the analogy I like to use is, imagine you have a cup of coffee. You pour milk in it and you stir it around. That's called turbulent mixing. But if you put your tea bag in hot water, that tea slowly diffuses out. Mm-hmm. And so in the ocean, way out in the middle of the ocean,
that's what's happening.
We have warm salty water on top of cold fresh water, and they slowly diffuse together, and that's where the salt finger mixing comes into play.
Salt mixing with cold water, salt water, warm water mixing with cold water, and when that happens, what happens?
Yeah, so we think nutrients come from the bottom of the ocean up to the surface. The whole ecosystem is structured around that, and so it has huge implications for the ecosystems, fisheries, the way it redistributes, moves around. Heat in the ocean is important for how much heat is in the upper ocean, and so that's important for storms as well. Mixing is what governs how the ocean looks the way it does, and so there's different ways that the ocean mixes, and this is one of those really, really hard to measure types of mixing that we're going to put a bunch of different instrumentation out, robots, different probes to help us try to figure it out.
We'll get back to that in a moment.
Yeah.
But that's way out there.
Yeah.
That's not near to where I bathe in the ocean. So, how does it get to me? If it's all the way over there, tides and so forth, is that it?
Yeah, so the way the mixing makes its way to the coast, that water has to mix up to the surface, for example, but the implications for people on land are more so from, what the ocean is like over the course of the entire globe. The ocean's 70% of the planet, and so what that ocean looks like out in the middle away from the coast is important for the weather systems that are coming towards the coast, for fisheries, for ecosystems. So it's a less direct impact on the coastline, for example, but yeah.
But it's happening.
Yes.
Dr. Farrell, we've been talking a lot here in our region about this heat, this unbearable heat, and this El Nino system. Mm-hmm. Is this study aligned to the timing of the El Nino system, that we need to really pay closer attention to ocean warming?
It wasn't necessarily aligned to the El Nino, but it does support our understanding of the impacts of the El Nino as well. And so that's fortuitous for us as well. But the El Nino, and this is supposed to be a very strong El Nino, maybe the strongest El Nino around, is going to have significant impacts, not just in terms of ocean, but it's also going to have significant impacts on land. And so we're going to probably see what we're starting to see, reduced rainfall amounts. We're starting to see signs of drought in some countries already. Drought alerts are going out with regards to how we use water and how much water is going to be available. And so we're starting to see these impacts. And so having the study align, not align, but happen coincidentally with the El Nino is certainly a useful exercise in understanding the future of the ocean. So if these El Ninos are going to become more frequent, then how is it impacting the ocean, and how is the ocean impacting the El Nino and the weather systems that are evolving?
What have previous studies shown? I'm sure this is perhaps not the first, or we do know of measurement of ocean temperatures and so forth over time, but what's the trend looking like?
Well, what we're seeing is a warmer ocean, and we're seeing warmer oceans in terms of sea surface temperature, and so on. We're seeing increases. The trend is projected to be more frequent and probably much warmer. In fact, I believe the oceans are probably almost at the warmest that they've been in a very long time. And so this is going to have a significant impact on our weather systems and our climate systems, and trying to understand all of this at this time, I think, is a very useful exercise.
We've heard things like ozone layer, because we're trying to figure out how is it that the sun is penetrating and we're getting this level of heat. So is that a depletion of the ozone layer? What is it that is causing all of this increase in heat?
Part of it is the atmosphere itself. It's not the ozone layer. It's the atmosphere itself and the way how the atmospheric circulation is changing with the El Nino. And so you're having rising air over the eastern Pacific and central Pacific, and you're having downward flow of air over the Caribbean, which is trapping heat under it. And so this is now becoming a challenge. But we also have other factors as well. Obviously, most of us are familiar with Sahara dust, which also traps heat. And in some cases now we're talking about wildfire and smoke extending all the way from Canada into the Caribbean as well. So there are a number of factors that are creating this problem, including atmospheric shear as well.
What kind of impact are you seeing to our coral reefs, which is part of our barrier around our island as well? How is it affecting those systems?
Well, increased ocean heating will have a negative impact on the coral reef system, and so we may see challenges with the health of coral reefs as the oceans get warmer. But there are other factors that are contributing to the health of coral. Surface runoff, for example, groundwater flows into the ocean system, and some of the things that these systems are carrying into the ocean environment. And so it's a complex system that we're trying to break down into smaller systems to try to understand. And so we're moving more towards digital twinning of the earth and the oceans. And so can we model the oceans and the near coastal area and the interaction between the coastal area and the land to get a better understanding of what the future will be.
Dr. Gradone, you are in a different part of the world from us. What's your reality as it relates to this same heating and the ocean and so forth?
Yeah, I mean, it's I live in a different part of the world, but the ocean, there's no boundaries to the ocean, right? So the way the ocean mixes in the Caribbean, for example, impacts what happens downstream of there. The water flows through the Caribbean into the Gulf of Mexico and then along the east coast of the United States. And so how that water mixes impacts, people all around the world. And so, we're seeing those changes that the ocean's experiencing globally, at a really, really high level, actually, where I'm from in New Jersey, compared to the Caribbean, for example. But yeah, it's a complex system, as David mentioned, so it's a fun problem to try to figure out.
He uses the word fun all the time. It's a fun problem. Because if you say it's fun, it will be fun. So we'll look at the fun and just the scope of this study and what implements they're using to be able to capture the data that they need. And then what do we do with that data right after this break?
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV-Cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your number one party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 20 minutes now after 6 o'clock as we continue this conversation, looking at this expedition out in the ocean that captures data that tells us a little bit more about the salt finger mixing. The fun way of saying it from Dr. Joe Gradone, who is the co-chief scientist with Rutgers University, and Dr. David Farrell, who is the principal of the Caribbean Institute for Meteorology and Hydrology. Together, they're working to go out to measure, to take a test of what's happening out there so we get a greater understanding of its total impact on our ecology and our climate and everything else as well. So, this fun expedition, Dr. Gradone, is happening there on what vessel?
Yeah, so it's the Schmidt Ocean Institute's research vessel Falkor 2. Mm-hmm. So it's about a 110-meter long vessel that the Schmidt Ocean Institute was founded by Eric and Wendy Schmidt in 2009. They support the research vessel, and then the scientists, we come down, we write proposals to utilize the vessel in different parts of the ocean, and we were graciously supported by them to do this research. And so I'm leading a team of 18 other scientists who are very, very interdisciplinary on this expedition.
Mm-hmm. And when do you go out? We're taking a look at your screen, everybody. You'll see what it looks like. That's that big vessel. So when you see it sail out from the Bridgetown port, there you'll understand that it's on a mission. So when do you go out to ocean? And how far out?
I think it just came into port 20 minutes ago, and we're getting on the boat in about 2.5 hours, and then we'll unload all of our stuff today, pack it, strap it down into the labs, make sure it won't get jostled around with waves and stuff. And then Sunday morning, we're pushing off, and we're going to go about 1,000 kilometers into the middle of the ocean. Just go east from here.
East of here?
Yeah.
And how long will we be out there for?
So we'll be out for 25 days total.
That's a month, in my estimation.
That is
a long time.
Yes, it is.
And so while there, what are you doing? What implements are you using to be able to do your measurements?
Yeah, so a lot of different technology. That's what's really cool about this boat and some of the equipment that we brought down. So the first thing is kind of the crux of oceanography. It's this instrument that we lower down into the water. It's on a crane. It's got these open bottles, and it collects water samples at different depths, and it will measure the temperature, how salty the water is, and then other parameters about the water. We'll lower that down to about 1,000 meters, and then bring it back up, process all that water on the boat, save some of the samples, ship them back home, and then some of the other technology we're going to use to complement that. I'm using a particular instrument that has these little probes on the front. They're the size of my finger or so. And I kid you not, they are as fragile as a potato chip.
Wow.
But they measure the mixing of the ocean, the energetics. Mm-hmm. And so we throw that in the water, it sinks, it comes back up, hopefully. And then we have really, really, really good data. That's really, really hard to get.
And would this be a daily testing? So you get a medium at least, so you get a sense of what is normal.
Yes,
given the various.
And to extend that reach a little bit in time, in partnership with David and CIMH, we deployed an ocean robot about a little bit over a month ago from Barbados, and it is swimming out there along the line that we're going to go sample, showing us what the conditions will look like in a slightly different way than the ship will show us, and then it's going to turn around and head back ahead of the ship. And so we have 2 other ocean robots similar to that one that will deploy from the vessel and then recover before we come back to shore as well.
The time of year, the timing, I'm looking at the timing because this is generally a hot period of time. And so would you come at other times of the year to be able to do the measurement and have your comparisons?
I would love to. I think the mixing that we're going to study happens throughout the year. I do think it's stronger this time of year, but I would love to come back in the more winter time and see that kind of end as a comparison.
Dr. Farrell, he wants to come back. So the base of
No, we'll welcome him back because we intend to contribute to this.
Yes.
The robot that Joe is talking about by having our own robots in the region, so we can do it at different times of the year. As
I think we need to measure so we get a sense of what the movements are. Talk to me about the Barbados participation in this project.
Yeah, as Joe pointed out, we started last year actually doing these types of measurements with the robot. And so the robot goes down to 1,000 meters and it comes back up and it transmits the information, and it goes back down to 1,000 meters. And so we did this last year for about 3 months. So we sailed the robot from Barbados to Guyana, Guyana to Trinidad, Trinidad to Barbados, and back to Trinidad and back to Barbados. And so we have a fairly good understanding of the performance of the robot in this part of the world and the type of data that you can get and what it actually shows. And so we are repeating the process again this year with Joe, as Joe pointed out. But we're also having, for the first time on this particular mission, a young scientist from Barbados who will participate in the program, because we're trying to build out the regional scientific community to be able to do these types of measurements, because they're extremely critical, as Joe pointed out, to livelihoods, to fisheries, to mapping the ocean system, and so on. And Pearson, I'm not certain if you know, but we also have outflows from the Amazon that come into this region. And so we're looking at the entire dynamics of the ocean so we can improve governance of the ocean at the end of the day.
The oceans are changing, Barbados. And so this robot that you send out, how is it remote operate? How is that done, first of all?
Joe's a pilot, but we did train 2 pilots recently to operate them here at CIMH as well. Okay. But Joe can tell you more about piloting.
Yeah, those 2 CIMH now, christened pilots that came up to Rutgers for training on this robot that we use. So, and the way that this vehicle works, it's a yellow vehicle. It kind of looks like a torpedo, but it's super slow. I would get up and walk right now, but that probably wouldn't be great for TV. It's very slow walking pace. So what it does is it uses buoyancy. There's no propeller, there's no cameras. And so imagine it sits on the surface of the ocean. It can suck some water in and it gets heavy. It's got wings on the side. And so when it sinks, the wings help it move forward a little bit. And so it moves in this super slow, like sawtooth-like pattern. And so by doing that, it's super, super efficient. We strap all different sensors on there. It comes to the ocean, or comes to the surface of the ocean, sends data to a satellite, and I get a text message on my cell phone. And it says, hey, this is what I saw. What do you want me to do next? And so there's no controller, but there's me waking up in the middle of the night on a computer. But really, it's actually our fantastic pilots who are doing that. I'm getting phased out of the piloting side of things.
But we're training in Barbados.
Yes, that is correct.
To pilot those
yes, because we're looking at buying some here in Barbados, like I said, to do these types of studies all year round.
This is an interesting study. So at the end of the 25 days, you collate the information and you present how much after time that you do before we get an outcome.
Yeah, to use what seems like my favorite word, I think that's when the fun part starts.
Yes.
Now it's go actually analyze the data and do all that science. So that's why we're really excited to have this awesome team of really early career individuals out to sea with us to do a lot of that post-cruise data analysis. So we have 6 graduate students, 1 undergraduate student, and 2 shortly just graduated bachelor students at sea with us who are going to be doing that, data analysis after the fact. And so we're going to learn a lot while we're out there. We're going to have some initial findings, but then, it's get the samples back, process the data, and see what we can come to conclusions on.
But Dr. Farr, we can have information and sit on it. What are you hoping we can do with it?
I'm hoping that we can transform the data into useful information that supports decision making, real-time decision making, and not too far off decision making, so that we can start improving governance and really understanding the oceans. As you know, Pearson, our economic zone is large.
Yes.
Much larger than our island. And a lot of our wealth and a lot of our biodiversity is tied up in the oceans. Unfortunately, we don't know much about the oceans and how the oceans are changing with climate change. And so it is useful for us to be able to understand how the oceans are changing, what wealth is contained in the ocean, and how that will affect us in the future, whether that it'll impact future climates, future fisheries, future nearshore impacts. We need to understand these things. And what a better group of people to do it with than with young people, because they're going to live the experience rather than older people like me who are currently living the experience. And so we are hoping to train a whole cadre of young people across the region, not just Barbados, to be able to contribute to our understanding of the Caribbean, but also to integrate that into global studies. We start talking about the slowdown of the currents in the Atlantic and the North and so on. What does it mean for us here in the Caribbean? And these are the types of things that we really want to get young people involved in, not just Caribbean studies, but global studies and global impacts.
Dr. Gradone is agreeing with you entirely. You're right, because we all live in the big ocean that has no boundary. And so, but we also met Dr. Gradone with sargassum seaweed. Would this impact, or can this impact the study?
Yeah, it's a great question. We have a scientist on board from the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute who, when we get really far offshore, she'll be taking some samples of sargassum. And so we're curious if that mixing of nutrients from the bottom of the ocean up into the surface is, fuel for sargassum or not. So, people talk about the Saharan dust as fuel for sargassum blooms, and so the circulation matters for that, but then also the other conditions that promote the sargassum to grow. So that's definitely a component of this as well.
Oh, these outcomes are going to be fascinating, Barbados. We need to pay close attention. The expedition starts soon on the weekend, and then 25 or so days later, we'll hear a little bit more about this. So the invitation, Dr. Farrell, is yours.
Certainly.
To give us the outcome.
Certainly, and I'll bring the young intern.
That'll be great to have indeed. I'd love to talk to them. Thank you so very much. Good to meet you, Dr. Gradone, Dr. Farrell as well, and best of luck is not the word really, but you understand. I hope that this study is so meaningful that it becomes something at Barbados, and we make some serious decisions in the Caribbean as to how we respond to the data. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Morning Barbados breaks here. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world, your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without...
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're now 27 minutes to go to 7 o'clock as we reach across the seas to meet a woman who said she was set to create a business that provides her freedom and not just a job. Does that make sense to you, Barbados? And if it doesn't, then perhaps you need to hear what she has done and learn from it as well. Her name is Nakia Mohammed. She's the founder of NMK Designs and Printing. Good morning to you. I believe she's not hearing me at the moment, so hopefully very soon that you will get to hear me. Nakia Mohammed is her name. And so she decided, having had a setback, that she wanted to make a difference to her life and to enjoy life in a more meaningful way. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
There you are. Talk to me a little bit about what it was that caused you to make that decision to create a job that provided you freedom and not just another job.
So we had a setback where we used to sell fish and our vehicle got stolen. And because of that, I had to divert into a new business. Now, for me, freedom is not about working less, but it's about having choices to spend quality time with your family, to be able to choose who you want to work with, and build strategies or having systems in place for the growth of the business without having you present with every decision.
When did you make that tough decision? And so far, how has it been for you? Have you seen, has it met all of the benchmarks you set? Did you hear me? I wanted to know, having made that decision to do what you've chosen to do, how has it been for you? All right. Can you, I believe we're having a bit of a challenge with her hearing me. And so very shortly we'll get that worked out with Nakia Mohammed, who's the founder of MK Designs and Printing from Trinidad and Tobago. She said she had another business, so she thought, you know what, let's do something a little different so I can have the kind of freedom I want, freedom to be me, to live and to experience life in the way that makes meaning to her. And so there's a message in there, I believe, for all of us. And so that's what we want to be able to glean from her, so that together we all learn how we can perhaps follow her strategy to be able to have the kind of experience in life that she is having as well. But she's a businesswoman and her business is a success, but she has found a way to make that success one that creates a space to enjoy life and to make meaning of life as well. And particularly for young entrepreneurs, perhaps this is something you might want to consider. Oftentimes we grow up and we figure we need to have a job and we'll do the job, and that's what creates the space for us to have fun and freedom, but that's not the real freedom. So what's your definition? I believe we have her back again, Miss Mohammed, about what do you see to be what freedom is?
Having choices. So it's about creating systems in your business that allows you to spend quality time with your family, choose to work with who you want to work with. It's about that financial stability that you use for your business and for yourself in building a successful business.
So you're a mother, you're an entrepreneur, but did you see this being also a part of your creating a legacy for those who you've created on earth?
Yes, so being a mother and an entrepreneur, it has been challenging. However, it's more about prioritizing systems that, some days the business would require more time and some days I would have to prioritize my family. So that comes with understanding the business and being able to have strategies, have clear goals towards working the business and being able to spend that quality time, because I have a 4-year-old. She is my biggest motivation. So building a business around her and building a legacy really allows me to have that freedom to be present in her life.
You've been doing this and sharing your strategy with other entrepreneurs across the region. Generally, what is it that you teach them to do so that they reach the freedom that you're talking about?
So I basically help entrepreneurs understand their target market, because branding is something important. A lot of businesses, when trying to grow, they skip the branding part and they move straight on to direct sales or content. But branding is more than just that. It's understanding your target market. It's having a clear message, being consistent and present online. And a lot of businesses, they skip that part, and it's about building trust. Branding is building trust, and trust is what is one of the foundation in converting into sales. So many businesses, if you look unprofessional and you are inconsistent, then this shows weakness in the business and you are basically giving away your sales to your competitors. So it's very important to understand that branding is one of the key ways to visibility and strengthening that importance for the business, the professionalism.
Measure your brand awareness, though, because if you don't understand that brand and what your brand message or promise is, then you're still out to sea. So how do you go about pinning that down to the point where you know who you are and where you are in the marketplace?
So you have to do your research. Now, when you understand who you're targeting, then your content have to resonate with them. So it's more about understanding what is their need, what your business is providing that will help them, help your customers. So what I advise is promoting your business and reconnecting with your customers. So you educate your audience. When you give them a sale, you come back to get testimonials, see how your product or service has helped them, and you really stay consistent with your messaging across your social media. A lot of businesses have different messaging across the different social media, and that gives mixed signals. And as I said, it's more about building trust and building credibility for the business.
A lot of people tend to see that as very costly to be able to achieve. And so while you're managing the vagaries of business and understanding that the cash flow might not necessarily be in your favor, you see this as an important investment to be able to do to make the success that you want of them. What kinds of responses have you had from people, your business people, as you share this with them?
Now, I tell them that branding is important. As I said, it is the foundation. But if you have a small budget to market, that is okay. There are simple things that businesses can do to help them grow and build on the business. So it's important to invest in your branding, and stay consistent on social media. So there are simple things you can do. You can optimize your social media profiles, right? State what you do, what makes you different from your competitors. You can collect testimonials from past customers and use that as a way to build trust. Trust is what leads to conversion, and you want to be there and show that you are professional and consistent in the business. So it's not just about spending a large budget, but it is about being present and showing up where your customers are there and can see you and understand you.
In terms of understanding your customer base for a second, because, you know, most of these entrepreneurs are relatively small. And as a consequence, they try to throw everything everywhere, hoping that something sticks, without first maximizing the space within which they're located. Let's talk a little bit about that and why that is so critical to understanding the scope of your market space and then being very targeted in your approach.
Now, understanding your market is very important because you cannot market to everyone, right? That is limiting your options, right? You cannot market to everyone. So what you can do, you can test your products on, you can use your family, your friends, and you can promote online. So you try different strategies. It's about trial and error. You try different strategies to see, okay, what are people responding to? What are people not responding to? And what the people are responding to, your customers are responding you build on that. So you build your content, on that. You find different strategies to reach them. Every week, if you are now starting, you review what has been working and what has not been working. And what has been working, you continue to grow on that, and you continue to find ways to reach your audience. May it be connecting with them online, messaging them. You can post on your stories and ask questions. What do you need? What do you think this product, how do you think this product may help you? Get feedback from customers so that you know how to be able to provide to them.
You made your decision to pivot in the way that you have. Everyone's story is different. How long did it take you for you to reach and to see the outcome that you were set out on to be able to achieve? Because, you know, I want everyone to understand it takes time, and the time it took you might be different from the time it will take me, and to be patient enough to be able to stick it through. Let's talk. I want to hear a little bit more about your story and your success journey.
So, as you rightfully said, it takes time. Don't be too hard on yourself. It takes time of learning, researching, finding different ways that to grow your business. So I would have spent months, years building the skills, building the knowledge, the expertise that I currently have. And it has not been easy, but in order to be successful, there's no growth in comfort. So you have to come out your comfort zone. Now, building the business takes a lot of time and being consistent. One of the main thing is consistency. Showing up even on days when you are tired, when you just feel like giving up. But it is more than just your current emotions, and this is a legacy that you are building for yourself. It's about vision and building with intention and purpose. So sometimes you will be tired, but you have to keep going because your emotions, it do not know your goal, it don't know your real goals. So what I would advise is keep pushing, keep going. Days when you are tired, still show up and grow your business. Find different systems. I would have had to make systems and create systems in place, like automate, delegate tasks, do social media scheduling. Now, when you have systems, when you create systems for your business, it makes it more, it's less stressful than having to be busy, because we have this busy culture in the Caribbean where we are always busy, but being busy does not mean being productive.
We get impatient when we make investments. We get impatient about profit and return. And so, understanding that a little bit more, because I want you to help our entrepreneurs who are viewing appreciate that sometimes it takes a little time. You plant the seed, but it takes time for it to grow, and not see that initial input is a waste of money, gone down some unknown drain. Talk to us about that part of it, and not to be so urgent for the profit, but it takes time.
So, yes, we are in business for profit. However, when you are now starting, it's more investments into the business. So don't look at it as a loss, but more of an investment for your business, for your growth. Now, when you are now starting, you are pulling the little money that you have, but you have to think long term. When you are now starting, you may not see the profit. The first few years, you may experience losses. Through the losses, you would learn from the mistakes. You may make bad spending, you may make bad decisions, but every decision is what helps you to make better decisions the next time. So take your time, keep showing up, invest in your business, invest in your branding. Branding is what would help you build that confidence in the business and show that credibility, and eventually the money, it will follow. Work on your business with having a purpose than just for the money, because when you are building with purpose, you tend to stay more focused and consistent, and the money will follow. So help people because you want to help people. Have your business because you have purpose and you have vision, and don't just be in it for money, but intention.
I want to thank you so much for joining us today with the advice of having gone the journey yourself. You can share now how to, so that we can also see success stories where people create businesses that give them the freedom, build those businesses in such a way they do have the freedom to be and to live and to have moments of pleasure with their family and friends, but not just another job. Thank you so much for joining us, Nakia Mohammed, the founder of NMK Designs and Printing of Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. We're back with more on Morning Barbados in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
The chapter we're turning now, as we go to a segment called The Next Chapter, is in a book written by Samuel Licorice. And this book is called No Place for Dreams. Really? He's with me right now. Good morning to you, Samuel.
Good morning to you, Pearson.
Tell me a little bit about the title and what this book is about.
All right. Well, No Place for Dreams is really a book about accidental transformation. And that is the accidental transformation of the protagonist, the narrator, the person to, through whom the story is being told. Dreams, because the narrator of the story has this dream, a very elaborate dream. And it's a dream about his own idealized version of heaven on earth. It's free from annoyances, it's free from intrusions and difficulties that you might get in a normal everyday living, and it's free from having to go to work every day and do, your ordinary mundane job. So it is about that dream and that idealized location, that scenery, that nostalgia, everything that a person might want to have in an ideal world. And he wants to get away from the real world and escape into this idealized world. And that is what the dream is really about.
So the real world is saying to him, hey. This world there's no place for dreams. The thing that you're dreaming of is just your dream. It's not a reality. But he's saying it is a reality as much as I can dream it.
To an extent, that is true, because really, although he's firmly aware of his own reality and having to live in reality, he has this recurring dream. And this recurring dream always takes him back to this ideal spot, this ideal location. And he wants to stay there. When he wakes up from a dream, he wishes he could go back to sleep and recapture the dream again. But as he gets involved in the lives of ordinary people, he begins to realize that the dream is not as significant as it used to be. So he starts this accidental transformation, a transformation he was not anticipating. But by getting involved, he begins to see people differently. They're not annoyances anymore. He doesn't want to escape them anymore. He wants to become involved with their lives.
No place for dreams.
No place for dreams.
In other words, whatever dream you're having, let it be real now, in my estimation.
That is correct, yes. But it is a gradual transformation. It is not a realization, I should change, and he just has that realization, he changes his life. But by getting involved in people's lives, people who he otherwise might not necessarily want to talk to, or people whom he might figure, they have problems in their lives, and I really don't want to deal with those issues. By getting involved, by being intrusive in their lives, he begins to see himself as having purpose. He wants to make a change.
Right. So I was beginning to characterize in my head what the dreams meant, to redefine it from dream to messaging. Okay. And so the gentleman in this book says, you know what? While I see it as a dream, as something idealistic that I would want to reach for, it is at the same time telling me this is what you need to start doing now. And so he gets involved in the lives of the people around him at that place he is. And so he begins to effect the kind of change that he would want to see based upon what he was implanted into him through the dream.
That is absolutely correct.
Right,
that is perceptive.
So No Place for Dreams, I know I understand the title better. No Place for Dreams, this is a place for work and action.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about, when did you start writing this, or why did you write this book in the way that you have?
I completed the writing in about 2015, so that's quite a while ago. Why I wrote it, I've always been attracted to writing. As a matter of fact, my last appearance on national TV was in 1979. I was interviewed by Marva Manning, if I remember correctly, somewhere around the 7 o'clock hour. And by the way, the reason why I was interviewed by Marva Manning was because I won first prize in an essay competition.
Yes.
And the first prize was a trip to Canada where I met my lovely wife, to whom I've been married now for 36 years.
Congrats.
So writing has always been a part of my desire, communicating ideas. And I had this dream. Actually, the dream in the book is a real dream. And that is what started me writing. I woke up from my alarm clock, and I started writing the dream exactly as I recalled it. Exact. So if you were to read the dream in the book, you would actually be reading a true, honest, genuine dream. And I didn't realize at the time that it had such significance. For example, the book is set in the milieu of the late 1990s, and that was the decade that I was not in Barbados. Actually, the first of 2 decades that I was not in Barbados. And so evidently, my desire had always been to dream of home and come back home. And so I had this idealized vision of home, what I would want Barbados to be when I return, where I would want to live, how I might want to isolate myself from certain things that I wish were different. And I think, I came to this realization long after the fact of completing the book, that it is probably more about the way I felt subconsciously about home. But in writing the book, a different message came to me. And that different message was that the things I don't like started to pour out in the opinions and the sentiments of the character I had created. And so I was able to see in myself the same transformation that appears in the protagonist. Because as a writer, if you're an honest writer, parts of you tend to leak out into the characters that you've created. And of course, it's guided by the role that you want that character to play. So there has to be a certain logic to the characters that you create. And consequently, the characters that you create tend to write the story themselves.
Yes. So when we turn the pages of the book, then we are seeing Samuel at play, so to speak.
You are seeing aspects of me at play. That is correct, but not always.
Not all of you.
Not all of me.
Not always. And so you gave yourself the latitude to be able to infuse other characteristics into your main character in the book, outside of yourself, so that he begins to broaden the story.
That's correct.
What does the last page say? Happily ever after?
No, it does not. There's a subplot to the story. So it isn't only about the protagonist. There is a subplot to that story, and that's an important part of the book, because the protagonist gets involved in the lives of this family, a family of females, and there's a sexual violence that occurs to one of the young ladies in the story. And as a result of that sexual violent act, she becomes pregnant. The family, being a religious family, now has to, contemplate, now what do we do? She's pregnant. We don't believe in abortion. How do we manage this? And so that subplot describes the motivations, the solutions that the senior ladies in the story try to bring about to solve the problem of the unplanned pregnancy, to hide the fact that there was a rape, to disguise, to prevent the abortion, yet still not lose relationship with the child. So they actually resorted to lies, deception.
So typical of life today.
Exactly.
Indeed.
And so that subplot and him getting involved with that family reveals the initial start of his transformation, plus other characters that he interfaces with as well.
His name is Samuel R. Licorice. If I were to find it on the shelf, the shelves have fiction, non-fiction, scientific, and so forth. Where would your book fall?
Non-fiction for sure. This particular book. Other books that I've written this is the only non-fiction book I've written. But this particular one is definitely fictional.
Fictional.
Sorry, this is the only fictional book I've written.
I got you. And so we can find this online on Amazon and the like, right?
Amazon.com. There's even a reading sample if someone wants to go there, right where the image of the book is. There's a reading sample. You click on that reading sample, and then you click purchase.
Simple. Just follow the steps. Read the sample, click purchase. Indeed. And so you get a copy of this one. No place for dreams. No place for dreams. You're called to action. And so through your mind, it can lead you into places. But read the story and you get the sense of the character, how the character used his dream to be able to effect the changes he wanted to see happen around him, indeed, and the people with who he encountered, so that he can make his life a reality and those dreams a reality as well. It's a good book. It's on Amazon. It's called No Place for Dreams. Samuel R. Licorice is his name. Type in it and you will find it. And then once you read the blurb, then you hit purchase and it's yours right away. In soft copy, hard copy, we can access.
I am presently working on a paperback copy. It's just a matter of going through their process. But the digital copy has been available forever.
Good. So don't let forever pass you by. Get your copy today. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much
All
for
the
having
best.
me.
You're welcome. You're welcome indeed.
Take care.
Morning Barbados breaks here. We're back with the news and more in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up?
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
In the news, doctors are treating more patients for influenza and flu-like illnesses at this time, but there is no evidence to show there is an increase in COVID-19 cases. This is being made clear by the president of the Barbados Association of Medical Practitioners, Dr. Linda Williams. And she tells CBC News that any word about an increase in COVID-19 cases should come from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
There may be some few cases imported with all the increased tourist traffic of COVID-19. We have no evidence of there being any widespread or community spread of any strain of COVID-19 within the community at this point in time, based on the statistics and what we would have last received.
Dr. Williams notes there is a respiratory surveillance system used by the Ministry of Health to determine whether or not any increase in influenza and flu-like cases are above normal for this time of year.
The ministry also sends out an epidemiologic bulletin to BAP and makes all doctors aware of any sudden changes in any kinds of infectious disease. At this point in time, I have no information that indicates that we have a rise in cases above what we expect for this time of year. And when I say that, we do always expect that there will be increased respiratory cases at crop over, Christmas, Easter, that sort of thing. So is it beyond what we would expect to be seen? I have no information that indicates that that is the case at this point in time.
A new digital platform has been launched to strengthen communication between schools and parents while streamlining complex administrative processes. The mobile app EduConnect was launched by co-founders Teddy Leon and Tonya Prescott during a ceremony at the Luther Thorne Primary School. Addressing that launch, Ms. Prescott, who is an educator, explained that the app seeks to give educators more time to focus on students while allowing parents to feel more engaged in their child's life.
When teachers spend less time managing communication and parents have timely, reliable communication and information, everyone is better equipped to support the success of each child. So near the bottom of the flyer, you'll also see the question, what could your staff do with an extra hour? Especially for our principals here, thank you. For us, that question isn't just about saving time. It's about creating more opportunity for meaningful teaching, stronger family partnerships, and better outcomes for our students. Every minute saved on administration is another minute invested in learning. And every parent who feels connected is an even stronger partner in their child's educational journey.
Acting Deputy Chief Education Officer with the Ministry of Education, Dr. Denise Charles, highlights the role technology can play in advancing the country's educational landscape. She underscores the need to embrace the technology.
Solutions. So as we together look towards the future, the continued success of Barbados' education transformation agenda will depend on our collective willingness to embrace innovation while remaining grounded by the fundamental purpose of education, which is developing confident, competent, compassionate students grounded in Bajan values who are nonetheless globally competitive. And that's what we strive to do at the Ministry of Education Transformation.
A government senator is raising concern about employees and retirees facing financial disadvantage because of collapsed pension schemes. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senior Minister Senator Chris Sinclair, says there are instances both in the public and private sectors where pension schemes are under pressure. He raised the issue while contributing to the debate on the Protection of Wages Bill 2026, which was passed in the Senate.
Some have collapsed. Some have gone out of business. And therefore, the question is, how do we ensure that those persons do not fall by the wayside in terms of what may confront them down the road? And it is not something that I think anybody is necessarily doing wickedly or nefariously. It is that the fundamentals, the financial and economic fundamentals over time have caused a lot of the pension schemes based on a particular model that we have used to come under pressure.
The Minister of Transport and Works is modernizing road signage across Barbados. Minister of Transport and Works, Kirk Humphrey, says Spanish is being added to some major signs on our highways. He explained the rationale behind the move.
Barbados welcomes hundreds of thousands of visitors each year, many from Spanish-speaking countries, and these signs will help them navigate safely and comfortably. They will also make Spanish more familiar to Barbadians, connecting us more closely with our neighbors and opening opportunities in tourism, trade, education, and culture. These bilingual signs are also part of something much bigger. In fact, we are beginning a full island-wide program to renew road and community signs in every single community and parish.
The minister went on to detail how they'll refurbish signs island-wide.
Faded signs will be repainted, broken or hanging signs will be repaired or replaced, and new ones will be installed where they are needed. Those ones will remain primarily in English. Signage matters. It helps us know where we are and where we are going. It supports safer travel, and it keeps our communities looking organized and cared for and beautiful.
Award-winning American actress and activist Jennifer Lewis is coming to Barbados for this year's Marcus Garvey Day celebrations on the 17th of August. Program advisor to the Division of Youth and Culture and the Office of the Pan-African Affairs and Heritage, Rodney Grant, reveals that the actress will be here for a discussion on Black excellence. Speaking during a news briefing at the division's headquarters at Sky Mall, Mr. Grant says the Marcus Garvey Day event will move the conversation on emancipation beyond slavery and will focus on the modern-day achievements of Black people. He says the event is part of ongoing celebrations for this year's season of emancipation, which will end on August the 27th. The discussion will be held at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center.
We'll be having a major event where we'll be inviting to Barbados the acclaimed actress, activist, and author Jennifer Lewis to engage in a fireside chat around important events representing emancipation. And persons may ask why Jennifer Lewis, and we feel it's important that we take the conversation of emancipation beyond slavery and to look at important things of achievements and to also engage the African diaspora.
He added that the following day, Ms. Lewis will be at the Garfield Sobers Gymnasium, leading the island's young people and cultural practitioners.
she explicitly asked to engage young creatives, and therefore we will bring a number of young people from across the camps, the artistic camps in this country, as well as the cultural groups. I also open an invitation to any cultural activists in this country to join her as well at the Wilde Gymnasium on the morning of August the 18th to engage in an enlightening discussion. I'm sure that she will have lots to share.
Delete unsolicited emails or messages that provide links to a fraudulent Boss Plus investment portal. That's the advice from the Central Bank of Barbados to the public about fraudulent emails and websites falsely claiming to be associated with the Boss Plus investment portal. Officials there say the unsolicited emails did not originate from the bank and are part of a scam designed to deceive the public. The fraudulent messages circulating direct recipients to unauthorized websites using the domain bossplus.vip. The bank says these websites' email addresses and contact details are fraudulent and pose a significant risk to individuals' personal and financial security. They say they will continue to monitor the situation and urge you to remain vigilant. Sports now. The official draw for the Barbados Road Tennis Open 2026 has been to be done over. Chairman of the Planning Committee, Sean Burke, disclosed that an error in the inputting of information into the draw application in the computer system led to the incorrect seeding of several players when the draw was held on Wednesday at the launch. He says the Planning Committee has decided that it is best to redo it. The draw will entail only those persons who are registered by July the 31st deadline. 88 people are registered to take part in the Barbados Open. That's our look at news and sports. Morning Barbados takes a break here. We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world, your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted,
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're meeting right now with two star players from the Barbados Tridents. Yes, the name has changed and we are rising up together. The Broken Trident is rising yet again, and so we're excited about what they bring to the CPL for 2026. I'm joined by two of our outstanding Barbadian players who are part of the team, in Zishan Motara and Johan Lane. Gentlemen, good morning.
Morning.
Listen, you all come with a lot of background information. There's so much success we've seen from you because, as a matter of fact, Zishan, you've been playing with the West Indies, Barbados Trident, combined campuses and colleges. You're really good at bowling and batting and all those kinds of things. So knowing all of that, we expect a lot of you.
Yeah.
Does that scare you?
Not really, I guess. In this game, as a professional, expectations are always going to be there, so it's just, you want to make everyone happy, but at the end of the day, you're still human, so you got to give yourself a little leeway at times, but, you always want to succeed and make your friends and family proud.
How excited were you to know that you were picked to be a part of the Barbados Trident in this CPL tournament?
Yeah, it's always an honor to represent Barbados, you know, and especially, you know, this year it means a little more coming back as a Trident and, you know, a little more patriotic as well. So I guess, you know, you have something to win for Barbados, especially hosting the tournament too. It means a lot.
Yeah. There was a game last night. What was your contribution to that game?
In both 3 overs, we got 2 wickets for 16 runs. Yeah.
See? That's a good average.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good average. So that provided you a bit of a warm-up, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a confidence booster going into tournaments, you know, being able to perform, not only individually, but as a team as well. You know, that win last night meant a lot to us. You know, we played hard cricket, and it was our first game gelling together. So I think it was a good start towards the tournament, the beginning tournament.
So the team feels good?
Yeah, the team feels
Johan, the team feels good?
It does.
Are you equally excited to be a part of the Barbados Trident?
Yeah, definitely. Like Zishan mentioned, it's always an honor to play for Barbados, and this is my 2nd year now with the Tridents.
Yeah.
So yeah, really excited and really ready to get going.
The day you were picked, talk to me about that, because none of us knew. It was a draw. And so how did that feel to know that, hey, your name was called as one of those drafted into the Barbados Tridents?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, this year I really wasn't looking to be picked, to be honest, if I'm being completely honest with you. But, you know, when I saw my name there, I was really elated to be picked for Barbados again.
Because St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots had you before?
Yeah, for 2 years, in 2024, 2023 and 2024. That was a fun time too. It was my first experience in the CPL. But, you know, it's always good to be home.
It's always good to be home. And so representing Barbados before a Barbados crowd like last night and again tonight, because we're going to talk about that in a moment as well, how was that for you to see so many people at Kensington Oval making the noise that excites you?
Yeah, it's no place like home, man. Obviously, Barbadians love cricket. It's a rich culture, it's our history. It means a lot to Barbadians, and it means a lot to me, so, yeah.
And so you're saying, Barbadians, listen, y'all have to come out to our games, play at home. And even if you're not playing at home, give us your full support, right? That's what you're saying.
Definitely.
So you guys won last night. Yeah. Tonight there's another practice match. Yeah. Barbados Tridents versus Barbados Invitational 11. And by what difference did you win last night?
It was like 7 or 8 odd runs.
Yeah, 7 or so 8 runs?
Yeah, very tight game.
Okay, a slight margin.
Yeah.
And you intend to extend that margin tonight, because this is a practice match ahead of what you know will be coming at you in the CPL, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we played against a pretty good team, you know, full of local talent, and I think it was a very tough opponent to go against. But we had our own, we did well, as expected, you know, and going into the tournament.
Yeah. Your first match is on the 11th of August. That's soon. Yeah. Today's the 8th. That's in 3 days, as a matter of fact. When do you guys fly out?
Sunday.
Tomorrow morning.
This coming Sunday? Yeah. This coming Sunday, they're off and they're going to Jamaica to beat Jamaica, Barbados. And I know that tomorrow you're also having a motorcade as well, right? Y'all don't know that?
No, we know.
Some people are surprised. No, you know.
Yeah, no, we know.
Yeah, you guys are going to be moving around the island just a little bit. You know, we want to be past Barbados to come out to hail you, to really support you, to know who you are, and to be able to celebrate with you as well. But then the shirts. And I know that we want to appeal to all Barbadians to get your shirt, your Barbados Trident shirt, as soon as possible. Shirts will be on sale tomorrow at all the box office at Kensington Oval for sure. And when you get once you have a season ticket and you come to the game tonight, you who own a season ticket, you get first dibs on having your shirt purchased first. So shirts are on sale from tonight for those who are season ticket holders. For those of you who do not have a season ticket, you come tomorrow, Saturday, to Kensington Oval and purchase your Barbados Trident shirt. It is beautifully designed, and I'm telling you, we're going to wear our shirts proudly everywhere we go, but for every match for sure. And you want us to come play, make some noise, right?
Of course.
What are your aims for the tournament's CPL for you, Johan?
I mean, the biggest
wickets, goal, runs, what?
The biggest aim for the team, I mean, is obviously to win the tournament, especially as the Shan said, we're hosting the finals this year. But for me personally, it's just to give as much as I can to the team. However I can help in whatever department, in batting, in bowling, in the field, whatever I can contribute on the day, that means the most to me.
What have you been doing to get ready though, Zishan? I mean, you had a practice game last night, but what else have you been doing, you personally as the cricketer, to get yourself ready?
Yeah, I mean, preparation didn't start last week, you know, it started way back when. So I think it's been going pretty good. Just getting myself ready, preparing myself mentally for the tournament. You know, it's a long, taxing tournament. you're traveling constantly, and just mentally preparing yourself for that, and physically as well. Getting in the gym, putting in hard yards. So yeah.
Have you met the late Garfield Sobers?
Yeah, I have.
And what kinds of I'm curious. I want to eavesdrop a little bit. What kinds of conversations and advice has he been sharing?
Yeah, it's not been very long conversations, but the conversations we have are very full of wisdom. He shared a lot, not only on the field stuff, but he also talked about off the field. What he did in his leisure time, what he did in his time off.
What did he do?
Well, I know he played a lot of golf, so that was his. I guess that was his way of getting away from cricket at times, and he was just a lovely person to have conversation with.
What about you, Johan?
I met him once. I think it was I played the Sir Garfield Sobers cricket tournament final, and he was just more surprised at my height than anything. At that
Why
age.
was he so surprised?
Well, I guess it was taller than him. That's really what it is. I don't know.
But quite a gentleman, right?
Yeah, he's top guy.
Let's look at the team, the Barbados Tridents for this year, and the composition of it. Does that excite you? Who else you're playing with?
Yeah, definitely. I think this year is a lot more young players, and to see us young players having the opportunity to represent Barbados, along with the mixture of the experienced players and the overseas players, I think it'll be a good balance for the team and can really push us very far in the tournament.
What's your views, Zishan?
Yeah, I mean, we brought back a similar team in terms of last year when it comes to the overseas players, but this year we've included a lot more youngsters, guys around my age. Last year I was the youngest. Now I'm not the youngest anymore. I usually am, so it's pretty fun to share the field with our dressing rooms and guys that I've kind of grown up playing cricket with. But yeah, I think we have a pretty strong core.
And these guys are in their 20s here. They're in their 20s, old to be 20 again. And so you're excited for all that's happening there. What do you think is the strength of the Barbados Trident team this time?
I think we're pretty good all around, and I think, but what I most love about our team is that we're so gelled. We're very close. We're very we have a good chemistry going on. So I think that's our main strength this year. That goes a long way. I think once you're together as a team, then one for all for one.
That's right. And so, Johan, in terms of the conversations in the room with the coach and so forth, what have you guys been being told?
I mean, it's constant conversation is obviously more around preparation and plans going into the tournament. So just understanding the rules and what we have to do when we do get out there on the field to obviously give our best. So it's a constant conversation. It really doesn't stop. On certain days you may be asked to do something different than you're usually planning to do, but it's all a part of it. So
Gary told the great Brian Lara, keep your eye on the ball. Don't just wait for the ball to be delivered. Watch it while he's running up, even, and keep your eye on the ball. Did you guys hear that?
Yes, I did.
And what did that mean to you when Lara said so?
No, I think it was spot on. The ball comes at a very high speed when it's delivered, and to track it from the bowling from when the bowler starts is obviously better, because when it gets right there, you can't really pick it up. So.
But I don't understand that. I really don't. Explain why it's important to watch it from when he's even running up.
I think the most important thing is tracking it. So when the bowler is running up, whether pace or spin you want to pick. Well, for spin you want to pick from the hand.
You can see all of that.
Yeah, that's why you have to watch it from the hand. and then for pace, you kind of got to track it all the way, because a ball coming at 90 miles per hour is never easy to see from right in front of you.
Now we know, Cigar, you left some sage advice. Zishan, you played with the Barbados Tridents before, but you played with the Barbados Royals.
Yeah.
You've changed your name back to Tridents. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, as I said earlier, it means a lot. I grew up watching the Tridents.
As the name Trident?
Yeah, when I was a little lad running around. So I think it means a lot, watching my heroes play for that team and then coming back to play as a Trident, it just brings back core memories as a youngster, and just being able to is a complete honor, man.
You should see how Johan was watching you while you were saying. I said, yeah, my brother, you're saying the right thing, right, Johan?
Yes, definitely.
It means that much to you as well, to play for the Tridents and not just for the Royals.
Yeah, definitely. I think when Barbados won in the two tournaments, and there are two titles in CPL, they were called Tridents. And, like Zishan said, grew up watching the Tridents and all the history, and I actually think Barbadians were calling for the name to be changed back to the Tridents.
And look, it happened. We got what we called for. But because you played with the Patriots before, are there some on that team who are still on the Patriots team this year? Do you know?
Yeah, I think there's quite a few, about 2 or 3 of them.
Right. So you know you're in their heads. So you understand the strategy there, and so you'll be able to when you meet them, to be able to do what you need to do, right?
Definitely.
All right, this is going to be a good series, I believe. So on the 11th, you're playing away in Jamaica. And when is your first game in Barbados? Do you know?
I think the 5th of September, maybe.
All the way down there?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so we will be patient.
Yeah.
But we want you to get your shirts as soon as possible, Barbados, because we want you to come to the Kensington Oval, because that's where the final will also be, but that's where we will have a series of games featuring the Barbados Trident, and you need to show up in your Barbados Trident shirt. The shirts are cost affordable. The shirts are also quite sturdy, and I'm told they don't fade. And so get your shirt from tomorrow at Kensington Oval, and once we get your shirt, we get your ticket as well to come show up at all the games at Kensington Oval. We want to fill the Oval. We want to fill the Oval with noises played by you, and whether it's your whatever you choose to do, but show up, bring the children along to be a part of the game, and we want to send all the best to the Barbados Trident team, each and every one of them in their different disciplines as well. So it's going to be games played louder and with a lot more fun by the Barbados Trident, and when they see us in the stand, that gives them greater impetus. So get your shirts and your tickets real soon and be a part of it all. I want to thank both of you, Zishan and Johan. I wish you well in your endeavors, your personal achievements, and also team achievements as well. And send our blessings back to the team from Mornin Barbados as well, all right?
Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome. Sure. Success to all indeed. Mornin Barbados is right back right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good, your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world. Your playlist, your station, 98.1, The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get...
Good morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 29.5 minutes now to go to the hour of 8 o'clock as we sit with more of the Barbados excellence. Our young people are heading out to Trinidad and Tobago shortly. As a matter of fact, they're going there to swim. The Goodwill Swimming Championships are on, and so we've been meeting a lot of those little fish who are swimming on our behalf indeed, and so more of them are joining us right now. Also, including their female chaperone in Amanda Aline. Good morning to Amanda.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good to have you. And you have with you Darry Duglin. Darry, good morning.
Good morning.
Kaylee Hunter Cutting is also with us. I got a story to share with y'all in a minute. Kaylee, good morning to you as well.
Good morning.
Good to have you, sweet girl. Also with them is Elisha Beckles. Elisha, morning.
Good morning.
He knows the story of Elisha. Well done, you're a church boy.
Yes.
Good job. And Miss Shanta Jackson, who can't wait to jump into the pool. Miss Shanta, good morning to you as well. Good to have you. Amanda, here we are. We're just days away from the trip. Yeah. Everybody's sailing out very soon on the 13th. And so let's talk a little bit about the role and the readiness and what you're going to be doing with these youngsters when you get there.
Well, I'm an educator, so I love children, my background, and we're just going to make sure that they're prepared, that they have everything they have to go on the trip, but they're ready. We are ready to go and represent Barbados, and I think any opportunity that they have to show, to fly our flag is a great one.
Well, you're around swimming a lot.
Just because my son swims, yes. So yes, I'm around swimming a lot.
Is he on the team?
He is.
All right, well done. Oh, I got you now. I got you. So, hey, family is here indeed. And so you're really excited for this tournament. Is this your first time playing the role as chaperone?
This is my second time. I would have been chaperone last year as well. So I'm quite familiar with the role. And it's just basically parenting and mothering and nurturing.
And annoying.
And no, not annoying for sure, for sure. But just fun with discipline. And I think all of them want to do well. So the bedtime, they're going to go bed early. They're going to eat what they have to eat. They're very, very honestly obedient. They like to have a lot of fun. But they are obedient.
That's good. And your chaperoning duties start from Barbados?
From Barbados, from all now.
All in now?
Yeah. Whenever I have team practices or national duty, I have to be present to make sure they're comfortable, but also to form a relationship with them to know that, Auntie Amanda's here, whatever they may need.
And so far, so good. They have not been difficult to manage, right?
No, so far, so good. They have great parents, I must say.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they really, really do indeed.
They do.
But each of them who I've met so far has come with such integrity, and I love it. They're very, very focused. They understand what the task is at hand, and they get it. They're going to get it done.
Yeah,
and I'm confident about that. Are you equally confident about our team?
I am equally confident for our team. Barbados has a great team going forward. We really do.
What assures you of that?
Just the way they're swim, their practice, their dedication, the way they interact with each other, everything. Yeah.
And I know getting there sometimes a little difficult. Not the airplane. We're not talking about the airplane in this instance. We're talking about the financing to get there. And we've been sharing with you, viewer, about an activity tonight.
Yes, tonight we have our fundraiser. We have a movie night today at the Aquatic Center. Doors open at 6 p.m. Movie starts at 7. We're going to have everything you need. The popcorn, the pizza, the hot dogs, the drinks, everything. Just bring your chairs, your blankets. Just have a great time and come. We're trying to also build a community.
Yes.
Building a community is so important in every area, but especially in sports, because we need our tribe. You know, we need our support.
And there's a good tribe, and I think there's a good tribe. I see it often at swim meets and so forth, and so I really want you to show up tonight. There's a big movie on. It's a great movie, as a matter of fact. It's called GOAT. GOAT. Have any of you seen GOAT, this movie before? Y'all are going to watch it tonight.
So we're excited to see it.
Yes, so we're all coming to watch,
see it.
you know. Folks, look at your screen, look at your screen, look at your screen. That is what we're coming to see tonight. It's called GOAT. It tells us, I'm not going to spoil the surprise for you. You go and see it for yourself. But it's a wonderful story, and I can't wait to see all of you there tonight. It begins at 7. The movie starts at 7, but the doors open at 6 o'clock. It is important that you get there early to pick up your best vantage point, to lay your mat where you need to put it, where you want to put it down, and pick up your spot. That is happening tonight. Tickets are $20.
$20, yep.
You can pay at the door, right?
You can pay at the door as well. We just want the community of Barbados in a whole to come and support. We're fresh off the back of Crop Over. Come outside, have a great time, bring your family, and just have a really good time.
Under the stars.
Yeah, under the stars.
Yeah.
Under the stars.
And there's a little bit of moon, so therefore it's going to be quite light. We really want you to come out and see. And really, and in doing so, you're giving support to the Barbados Amateur Swimming Association and these youngsters who are heading out to represent Barbados. Your contribution matters. But if you can't make it tonight, you can buy a ticket for someone else. That's great. But you know, organizers and other businesses in Barbados who are watching, we'd love you to pour into the Barbados Amateur Swimming Association. How can they do so?
They can do so by contacting the BASA office and come
BASA is Barbados Amateur Swimming Association.
Yes, you can go to the office and donate. We can find all the information there to transfer any funds that you may have to help them with. But you can also just support in buying gear or buying caps or just helping out in any way for the community. There are many, many, many ways.
I learned yesterday that just what they're wearing, just the outfit they're wearing, is $300+.
Yeah, the textiles
and that's
are
for
very
one
expensive.
person.
That's for one person.
And these are 37 swimmers plus the team, the management, who are heading off to Trinidad to be able to represent us. It takes a lot to be able to raise those funds, and so we want you to give and give and give handsomely to the development of our swim team, which is quite good. Actually, we compete fiercely in this regional competition.
We are to be reckoned with. We are to be reckoned with.
Well said. We are to be reckoned with. Yeah. So, Dari, you're also to be reckoned with, right?
Yes, please.
You're looking forward to this?
Yep.
Your bags are packed.
No.
Not yet. Not yet.
Have you checked your passport?
Yes.
Have you seen your ticket?
No.
How did you know you qualified to be a part of this team?
So you had to get like a specific time, and then after I swam the event, I asked for my time. I asked for my time, and then when I asked for my time, I asked my mom for her phone to see the qualifying time for that event. And then I saw that I had qualified.
And you jumped for joy?
Yes.
Or you swam for joy?
Both.
A bit of both. And so here you are on the team. What are you doing to get yourself ready in your mind and physically for the swimming you're doing?
I am training 7 days a week. I am eating, and I need to start getting more rest.
Are you in the gym?
Sometimes.
Where are your muscles? Can't be seen, right? Fair enough. What are your pet events?
My pet events is 50 breaststroke. Yeah, 50 breaststroke and 100-meter breaststroke.
50 and 100. So you like the breaststroke?
Yes, please.
Are those the 2 events only that you're competing in?
No, I'm competing in 7 events and 3 relays.
10 events?
Yes, please.
7 and 3. 7 personal individual events and then 3 with your team. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Where do you find the time to rest with 10 events to compete in?
Honestly, I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
So you go from one event to the next event and so you're just wired up in that way, right?
Yeah.
And you can't wait to jump into the pool now?
Yeah.
Have you checked to see who you're competing against?
I have.
And?
I think I have a good chance at medaling in the 50 breaststroke and 100 breaststroke. But there's people from the Bahamas, Jamaica, St. Lucia that I would have a tough time.
Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them at all. And your coach will tell you that, all right?
Yes,
Do not focus on them. You focus on beating the clock. I heard the mantra, so I understand what it is. Beat the clock, beat the clock. And once you beat the clock, you know you've achieved everything that you wanted to achieve in it. So you're really excited about this?
Yes, please.
All right. You're the smallest so far?
Yeah.
Miss Kaylee, my darling, I have to disclose this. Kaylee is my niece. So I'm sorry, but Kaylee's my niece. And so Kelly, you are such a, I call it a fish. When I see you swim, you make my heart leap out of my chest because you win. You are so fast and so good. Are you excited?
Yes, please.
What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to win and get medals.
And bring home some gold for mommy and daddy, right? And for all of us, you know how we will support you, right? Yes. You know this. And so, but you have also been, you've been so good at your events. It's just not funny. What is your pet event?
My pet event is 50 fly, 50 back, 100 free.
Yeah, you're like a little fly. You fly so fast when you hit the pool. And so how many are you competing in at the games coming up? He's doing 10. How many are you doing?
I don't know yet.
You're counting your head. She's counting in her head. You're not sure yet, but for sure you believe you'll bring a medal? Do you think?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. What are you doing to get yourself ready for the Goodwill Games?
I will practice hard.
You're doing lots of swimming?
Yeah.
And this is your first time, isn't it?
Yes, please.
And so how did you find out you had qualified?
When I finished my swam, I checked the clock. And then I saw.
And you saw. You know, so you hear the name among the competitors who are going to be swimming. You hear Kaylee Hunter Cutting. You go like, oh Lord, I lost already. Because you are so fast at what you do. Does that bother you that people are scared of you?
No, please.
Good. That gives you the push to do better, right?
Yes.
All the time. Your bags are packed, Kaylee?
Not yet.
Not yet. Mommy's still to pack them?
Yeah.
And you've checked your passport. Well, you have a valid passport. You've traveled a lot. So you're ready to go there to represent Barbados and to bring home gold. If you don't get gold, we're good. We're good, you know. We're good. You know, we will still love you as a family, for sure. And Barbados will still love you. But I know you will do very, very well indeed. So I'm excited for your performance as well, Kaylee. I know you will do so well. I know Granny's watching. All of them, and so we want to be able to support you indeed. And so this is what it's all about, you know, Amanda. These are young people who have been given an opportunity to represent country.
Yes.
And they're holding it with responsibility.
They really are.
And you see that, and I get see now why you say they're a really good bunch. They're a really good bunch.
They really are.
So as a female chaperone, I know it's not just yourself. There's at least one other person who's chaperoning
there's
with
one
you.
other person. Yeah.
How many girls are going? How many females?
I believe over 15 females.
Oh, so just about half.
Yeah, about half. Yeah,
All right.
because there are two in each age group. So 2 girls, 2 boys for each grade. 8 and under is 9 to 10, average 12.
Right.
13,
Okay. Okay. So we're looking forward to some wonderful things.
Yeah.
I haven't forgotten you two. Trust me, I haven't. But Barbados, don't forget tonight at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, the Aquatic Center becomes a movie theater. If you look at your screen, that's what we're coming to watch. We're coming to watch that award-winning 2026 animation movie GOAT, and it's a family movie, so it's available for all ages. Everyone can come and sit and watch and have a really good time and be inspired. And we're doing this because we want to support this swim team as they head out to Trinidad and Tobago to represent Barbados in the upcoming 30th annual Goodwill Swimming Championships in Trinidad and Tobago. And we know they will do well, but they can do even better when you give your support. So come out tonight, get your tickets as soon as possible from 8 o'clock this morning at the Aquatic Center. You can pay at the door, that's for sure, but I'd like you to guarantee it by getting your ticket early as possible today. Pizza and popcorn and drinks and snacks all on sale, so you can have the full movie experience indeed, and that's what you're guaranteed tonight. If you're a corporate entity, you can contact the Barbados Amateur Swimming Association 429. She know your number there.
I haven't done it.
But look for them in the book, and they will definitely respond to your call. We'll take a break right here. When we come back, we'll talk to the other swimmers who are with us on Morning Barbados in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits, and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world, your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
So now you know we are continuing our celebration with the young people who have qualified to represent Barbados at the 30th Goodwill Swimming Championships in Trinidad, one of who is Elisha Beckles. Elisha, morning to you again.
Morning.
What category are you swimming in?
The 13 and 14 category.
The 13 to 14?
Yes, please.
You're a big boy for 13 to 14 category.
Yes.
That means that you're prepared.
I am.
Are you working out?
Yes, at the gym and at the pool.
At the gym and at the pool.
Yes.
What do you need to do to swim and swim as strongly as you would?
Well, I mostly work on like my arms and also legs because gotta be explosive off the block and stuff, and also the underwaters, which also give me a little bit of trouble, but also practicing it over time. But yeah.
And so you're more efficient now at your speed underwater?
Yes.
What are your events?
My events are 50 fly, 100 fly, 100 free, 50 free, and 50 back.
Enough. I lost count.
That's five.
Those are 5 of them.
Yes.
And are you in any of the relays as well?
Yes, I believe I'm in all the relays. Yes.
Oh, okay. Which are you best at? Which
The
events?
fly, the butterfly.
The butterfly.
Yes.
And those are the 50 or the 100s?
Well, both, but I more prefer the 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are your turns? I'm learning these terms from all of you guys. How are your turns?
Well, my turns are great. They're great but when I'm doing it, like the underwaters with it, it's kind of hard because I turn off quickly and then I gotta keep my breath underneath the water. It's a long time, but I try to make it work. But it's great. It's great.
Having a mother as a chaperone. Tell me. It's like, Mom, you had to come, you had to be there. I just wanted to be.
Well, my mommy's taught me to be independent.
Okay.
So my mom said, it's not really mommy time. Mommy time is here and there, but I'm a chaperone for the team. And if you won't come to me, I'm a chaperone. So.
But you do you.
Yeah.
You do you. And that makes you feel a lot more confident, right?
Yes, for sure.
That there's no extra eyes on you.
Yes.
And you have a lot of fun. Is this your first time?
No, this is my second time
Your
for
second?
the Barbados Goodwill team.
Yeah.
Yes, it's my second time.
And so you come with a bit of experience.
Yes, I do.
And so what did that previous experience teach you about this upcoming Goodwill Games?
Well, the previous one we were in Barbados, but it was more like comfortable because it's at home. But when I see it, it was challenging at first. Got a lot of competitors. They have people to look out for. And pretty fast people other than me. I placed though, got a lot of medals and stuff. But it was challenging for sure.
Yes, but you are now up to the challenge.
Yes,
you can handle it. You're older and you're stronger, and you can face these competitors. Yes. Do you know whether or not others who you competed against have qualified for this game?
Well, I'm actually not sure because I haven't really been paying attention with other people. But like other than myself, God keeping the game. Yes.
You stay focused. You follow your blinkers. You down the road. Yes. Mishante laughing at you, but Mishante, what about you?
Yeah, me too.
You the same way. You blinkers are on.
Yes.
Okay.
I think when you focus on other people, I think that's when you fail. I'm sorry to say.
That's okay.
You need to focus on yourself because if you look at other people, then as people say, comparison is a thief of joy, right?
Yeah.
So I think you should focus on yourself. Yeah.
Coach has been saying beat the clock.
Yes.
And so you are set to do so, right?
Yes, that's the most important thing.
Are you a record breaker?
No.
So?
But it can happen. I believe it can happen.
You believe it can happen?
Yes.
So what record would you want to break?
Probably 100 fly, because that's my...
That's your petty event.
Yeah.
You're really good at 100 fly. And so what do you think you need to do to be able to beat this clock and break the record?
I think I need to work on my start. Sometimes, because I think I focus on trying not to DQ. So
it delays you a little bit.
Yes. So I dive a little bit late. But I think if I dive on the start, actually on the start, I think, yeah, for
but
sure.
it's your speed in the water, isn't it?
Yes. So I think if I can catch back up and I dive late, then imagine if I dive on time. And, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So getting that sense of timing ready, what have you been doing to do so?
We've been practicing a lot of starts at practice and also turns, so I can turn faster because depends on the wall. Different places have different walls, so sometimes your hand slips because in Barbados we have a gutter and they tend to hold on to the gutter instead of just turning and thing. But in different countries like Trinidad, St. Lucia, they have different walls. So. Yeah.
So you've been there before then?
Yeah.
So you understand the lay of the land, so to speak, the lay of the pool.
But when I went through that, it was long course. This time it's short course, so it wasn't as many turns. So I'll see.
So what difference does that make to you that you have to do more turns?
Yes.
What difference?
In fly, for 100 fly, there will be 3 turns. But if it's long course, it will only be 1.
Right.
So
does that put more pressure on you?
Short course is supposed to be faster because you have like more turns to do underwater, but I think I tend to do better in long course.
Because you can breathe a little differently. Yeah. So how do you breathe? Do you have to put your head above the water to breathe, or you?
Yeah, it's kind of like skimming over the water because you don't want to bring it all the way up because then you'll create drag.
I am told that you're being taught how to breathe and when to breathe.
Yeah.
And what's that rule? How many strokes before you breathe?
It's not necessarily a rule.
Really?
It's depends on you. So personally, I like to do 2 like down and then 1 breath. Yeah.
That's your strategy.
Yeah.
Lord, y'all are ready. Y'all are ready indeed. So you're going for gold. You're going for record breaking as well. Each of you is. And I'm excited about this. Really excited about this, Amanda. And so you have a good team. They're all articulate and confident, and they're ready. And they're going to go out there and do their absolute best, I believe. And so I'm going to be a part of that team that welcomes you home with your goals and all of your successes as well, because we are beating Jamaica, Trinidad, Bahamas. You said it. But I want to thank each of you for joining me this morning. I wish you luck. All the best, okay? Dari and Kaylee and Elisha and Mishonte. Beat them all. You're Team Barbados. You're representing the Broken Trident, and I thank you so much indeed. And Amanda, thank you as well for coming by.
Thank you as well.
Folks, the movie's tonight. It's tonight. Don't dilly-dally. It starts at 7. Get your ticket today at 8 o'clock when the office at the Aquatic Center opens. Get your ticket. You can pay at the door, but come in large number. And I really want to see the place filled with all of you indeed, from the bleachers down to the pool bottom. If you can sit at the bottom of the pool and watch the movie Goat. It's going to be fantastic. It's a really lovely night tonight, 7 o'clock. Really looking forward to seeing you. Thanks again, everybody. We're taking a break right here. We're coming back with more in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world, your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We can never get enough of those outstanding performances from the Pick of the Crop final, one of which was Crystal with her AI gun. Win the crown. So take a look at that.
Access granted.
Agent Moore, pulling feed. We have one in Barbados putting up a resistance to the AI threat.
Agent Trotman, she's been compromised. We must move now.
Agent Moore, memory blast.
Agent Troutman, hit her with the FRB.
Your mission, should you choose to accept, is to return the creative license to humanity and save Calypso and our music industry from AI infestation and infiltration. You will no longer go as Crystal, but as codename Calypso Warrior. I accept.
This room and all its contents will be obliterated in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good night, Barbados! It's a matter of urgency in the skies of fraternity that we come to grips with the harsh reality. This effort carry heavy loads. Now it seems we at the crossroads. How shall we cross? Tell me, who really knows? Lyrics, melody, rendition, things are the past. It's in all our interest to change this criteria fast. All the workshops and writing clinics, the NCF hall. Some Hysonians don't give a damn, they get involved. They're asking how to write a song. AI. Chord structure people. AI. They want melodies. AI. No songwriting fees. AI. Cause AI composing and AI arranging. So before long, AI go win the crown. Why bother with originality? AI go win the crown. And crafting Calypso creatively. AI go win the crown. Spending years at PCC and Berkeley for AI to come and Barbados, we mark my words, I tell you before long. AI, best believe it. AI, before long. AI go win the crown. Never deny the use and purposes of AI. Search engine find, but no telling what we'll find. Discoveries and cures for disease. Ask AI, better ChatGPT for academics. Google University. In China, they're serving dinner and pumping gas in your car. Japan use Gen AI to serve them as bank tellers. You could use it to predict climate change in the island chain. But when you play with Calypso, it's when I become the rage asking. AI, who's the failing and AI ranking. So because now AI go win the crown. Now using robots and holograms. AI go win the crown. Programmed to perform better than humans. AI go win the crown. So don't be surprised if one day you see. So don't observe, roll your hair when we competing to win power and monarchy. AI, best believe it. AI, before long. AI go win the crown. Begging the powers that be to take this intruder seriously. Or should I ask the politicians from the DLP? Why in the last general election they didn't employ one Kysonian? All the campaign songs AI generate them. They say that Ralph gone, ask AI if he have the voter support. If they can't want our people and expect to get the vote. Leak manifestos, where EPC was the repeat, a democratic feat. AI was singing, AI was campaigning. So before long, AI go win the crown. Issues like Bush Tysonians could sing, AI go win the crown. Use a few words to prompt and AI writing. All the points for lyrics and melody must now go to Suno and ChatGPT. And culture they get and watering it down. AI, best believe it. AI. AI gon' win the crown. We calypso, crown. We artistic, crown. We creative, crown. We prestigious, crown. One thing I leaving, but tonight I am taking. Korean dance already. Come me now, don't mess with me. I bet bring breakfast to Windy. Yes, we bring ghosts to Windy. Now shadow back here to Windy. I'm not the peak and win this crown. AI, best believe it. AI, before long, AI go win the crown. From you, woman.
That's another one of those unforgettable moments from the Pick of the Crop final last Friday night. Crystal did very, very well. I quite enjoyed that one. Memorable music, a hook line. AI gonna win the crown, really sweet indeed. Before we end the show today, you know, at the beginning when we went to Inchcape Barbados, we met a young man who joined the Mornin Barbados team. Omari Watson is his name, and he's an alum from the Coleridge and Parry School through the BCC. He's studying now at the University of West Indies, right, Omari?
To go there.
Yeah, he's planning to go there. He's in Mornin Barbados. Omari, you have found your footing. I don't know when Bina come to work, not seeing you because you're leaving today, right?
Yes, please.
You have made a difference, Omari.
Thank you.
In your quiet way, you've made a difference. I've seen how you got involved, you know, and you did things. You made things happen. And I really appreciate that characteristic in you. Thank you so much for spending the time. How has it been for you?
Well, let me just first start off by saying thank you to CBC. Thank you to Roel, all the production crew who have shown me the ropes. You know, put me on to people that I can connect with so I can be able to develop my career properly. And also getting to meet new people, like people in the film industry have come on to the show. Like before, people would think, well, CBC is just like politics and stuff like that, but it's really not that. Like you actually have people who are interested in film, fashion and stuff like that. And I would be able to connect with those people and network. Yeah. That's basically it. Networking here has been fun too.
It worked for you.
Yeah,
it worked
well
for you. So before you go, we want to give you something. You should see some space, something that helps you remember us every time you take a sip.
Yes, please.
Do you drink coffee or tea or anything, so?
Yeah, I do.
Which one? Tea?
Mainly coffee.
Mainly coffee. So every time you take, you will always forever remember Mornin Barbados.
Yes, please.
And your time spent with us. And so we want to thank you, Omari.
Thank you
I
very
wish you
much.
best with all of your future endeavors indeed. You are going to be a success. I feel it already. Well done.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Don't move because we wrap up the show. And so with that, we say, in thanking Omari for his time spent with us and the contribution, the tremendous contribution he made to the show every single day, we say to all of you, have a fantastic weekend. Be it the will of the Lord, we'll see you on Monday. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning.